Good evening everyone and welcome to another tournament stream. Today we will be starting off with Imo versus Loka, and then whoever loses that versus whoever loses the other match that's happening at the same time between first and I think it's SetGS. Am I remembering that right? Because my memory is awful. Serenity, sorry, not SetGS, that's an A then. Never mind me. So we have Loka versus Imo on this channel, and after that we have the loser of this match versus the loser of first versus Serenity. That I know at least is true. There is a room invite, here we go. And we're going to have fun with this. Basically, just straight off, if you want to win one of 5 March Battle Passes, guess the damage that Imo does the third game versus Loka. The 5 closest guesses win a March Battle Pass. I will do another giveaway for the other matchup that we will have tonight, and we're just going to have fun with it. Basically, I will type stop guessing when the second game has ended for me. There's a 5-minute delay on the stream, so 5 minutes before the second match is ended for you. You will see that appear in the chat, basically. So, overall, it's been a fantastic season, a very surprising season. Yesterday we saw how Imo basically kicked Endgame out of the tournaments, and it was so close. It was amazing to watch. I was absolutely shocked. But yeah, we're going to see what is going to happen tonight. If I remember right, the only one team gets knocked out today already. And then tomorrow there's only one matchup. I will not be streaming that for EU server. Mainly because I will not be doing the grand finals on the official channel, so I also feel like I should sit that one out to avoid there being like tons of live streams of the same thing. That being said, however, I am following an A server for the rest of the season, even though there will be multiple streams of that as well. The difference there is that some of the streams are on Twitch and not YouTube, so can't be advertised in the game. And the other YouTube stream is in Spanish, which I know that not everyone speaks. So, hence why I will be streaming all of NA. But yeah, this is my last EU stream for the season, and feels kind of weird because I've been following the season quite nicely. But yeah. Anyhow, it's been fun though, and I really do love tournaments and streaming these matches and all of that. Not so much because, like, I think I'm doing a good job or whatever. I'm glad that people like my content, but yeah. It's like getting a front row seat. And I like, sort of like, I have a bit of an analytical mind, so even though I would not be able to play at this level, I can sort of analyze what's going on, what's happening, what needs to happen, etc. So yeah. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Imo is already completely ready with 4 IS7s, 160 TP, 1 LT and a grill. Loka is still deciding on what to take to Castilla. And then, like in 2 minutes, we will see our first match. Sibyl is currently offline, but I'm sure he'll be back. They still have like a minute and 40 seconds. Also, for the people that are joining my server, you will have to wait for a while until after the stream, because I'm not going to look at that while I'm streaming. And if you want me to show your replays on stream, that is also the place where you can sort of like submit them. On my Discord server, that is. Nice to see quite a few guesses in the chat. It's going to be interesting for sure. 1 minute left. Loka now completely ready with 2 IS7s, 2 60Bs, 2 AMX 50Bs and 1 LT. The thing is that Castilla is by far my least favorite map, but there's a whole bunch of tactics in there that can make it quite interesting to play on, I reckon. Like in randoms I don't really mind it, but like in tournaments it often leads to pretty stalemate gaming, and that's what I'm not a fan of. 30 seconds left to go before we get the first match of this evening. It is the best of 7, meaning that the first team to reach 4 victories is through to the upper bracket. And whoever loses this is not out of the tournament yet, they're through to the lower bracket. Because this whole season has been double elimination, and I quite like the format. Even though I always need to wrap my head around it again. But here we go into the first match. Lots of okrutniks. I really hope that that's not a naughty word. Krugio heading towards the seaside. The rest of Imo heading towards A. Loka splitting up a bit more. The AMX is heading towards the hill. Because this is basically what they are very good at. They will be put on the hill and then generally there's lots of crossfire. Right now they're waiting to see if anyone is there though. Fantastic. Using the light to get up high and see if anyone is there. But Krugio is behind a bush. Keniotsu is also camping on the ridge there. It's interesting to see. I didn't know that they could get that high on the little hill there. Pigula gets spotted. But for the rest, most of Imo is hidden. Shrax gets spotted though by Pepictastic, who takes the first small hit. And now you have the AMXs over there in the position where they can crossfire. Pigula taking quite a bit of damage there. Not in the best of positions. Taking more hits. Keniotsu retreated a little bit. Some HP disappearing, but so far Pigula is the one that is the most hurt here. No bases have been kept. Most of them are just holding. Now Unitastic is moving into base B. And there's not much they can do about that. Pigula taking hit there. Fantastic arriving. The thing is that Pigula can't really afford to lose more HP. Base A is being kept as well, and it will be kept a little bit earlier, which means that Imo will have a slight point advantage. However, Pigula has lost so much HP that is a bit of a risk on its own. Because he can get taken out relatively easily here. Fantastic gets spotted. Unitastic takes a hit. And Kakalo is being a bit forwards here. A bit tricky to do that. Does take a big hit into Anyatastic though. And now we have on the other side crossfire positions for Krugio and Keniotsu. But overall, like any Campstilla game, it is a bit of a stalemate game. With everyone holding their positions, bleeding each other a little bit. Pigula here is basically the main threat to Imo. And I mean that in a way that if he gets destroyed, it would up the points towards Loka. So it's in their best interest to keep him alive. Krugio gets spotted there. Fantastic back on the hill. But unspotted himself. Again, a little bit of bleeding happening. HP wise, Imo has about a 3k advantage. They also have the least healthy tank of all though. And the AMXs are ready. They are expecting some move around here. Or they are planning a move around there themselves. Unitastic contently sitting in base B. Base C is obviously not an option. Morals in the figures. getting tracked, but actually not taking damage there. And now we have Loka moving in. Pegula immediately retreating. But Krugiel is on his own now as well. That's an issue. And this is what I meant. This is like low HP targets can be a big risk. And we have 3 tanks tied up with Pepitastic at the end. Pegula gets taken out. And now Loka has the advantage. Oof, Anya-tastic gets taken out there though. Moros not looking too healthy. Pepictastic gets taken out. Now all of a sudden tanks are disappearing very quickly. The HP difference is only going to go up. The gun difference is pretty much in Immo's favor by far here. Fantastic gets taken out now as well. It's 6 versus 3. The game is decisively in Immo's favor. They just need to round it up here. Fantastic taking another hit. There goes Unitastic. We just have Fantastic left, who is out now, and then is just Yasuo-tastic, who is being shot quite brutally, and the game is for Immo. Oh, I find it interesting when they are talking about tank choices and everything. So yeah, Wildborn's Helper is streaming as well. He's co-commentating with Fujit today. And they are streaming the other match that is currently happening with First and Serenity. So that is the first game over in favor of Immo. So just to have a quick check if my laptop allows me to. Brill did 4k damage. I think he proved his worth there. For the second match on Camp Stella, Immo is getting ready with 4 IS-7s and 3 60 TPs. No fast tanks, no clippers, no TD. Loka seems a little bit undecided yet. Let's see, they're sticking with the AMX 50Bs. We see the LT, the IS-7. Moros stays in the Vickers. Maybe stuff is still changed. They have like 40 seconds, so anything can happen. Honestly, please at least make different guesses. I'm gonna go by who guesses it first, if you have the same guess. It's always better to not use a round number, but a weird specific number, to be honest. And Loka goes with 2 AMX 50Bs, 2 LTs, 2 IS-7s and a Vickers. That's not a lot of armor. Three seconds, and then we go into the second game here. Here we go. Let's see. Immo splitting up a little. And now we have the fast tanks of Loka. That could potentially make all the difference here when it comes to the caps. But Fantastic is actually not going to go towards base A. We have Loka going for a quick cap though. Not sure if they're going to get away with that without losing a load of the HP. They're definitely going to try. Upo being basically shielded by Krugiel here. And they do get the cap. With less HP loss than I feared, to be honest. And they are pushing. Rather than staying where they are, they're pushing in. Krugiel is not looking healthy here at all. I don't think they expected this much opposition on Loka's side here. Oof, that shot doing no damage. That shot doing no damage either. They've lost nearly a tank. There's crossfire happening from the other side. They've nearly lost the tank. I've only done damage to Fantastic here. Fantastic now taking a little bit of damage too. Oof, big hit there. Shrax going in an unconventional route behind the stones. Fantastic is almost gone now though. Not sure if they're going to get him. But they will definitely try. Very interesting game so far, mainly because of the fact that it's not going quite as conventionally as you'd think. Base A is being kept, and that will give Logan an advantage. Krugiel gets taken out, Most hitting him. The Vigus surviving quite long there. Upo not going to last long either. Pigula down to 83 HP, and he gets taken out. Immo might have 2 bases, but it's not going to work out much if they don't take out guns. They do take out Unitastic. But now we have Upo that got taken out as well. There's 3 guns gone for Immo. That's a lot of guns not to have anymore. Base C is being taken. Kakalo has been taken out. 3 versus 5. Almost 2 versus 5. Ball 1 still alive, but no, not anymore. And this started as a very good game for Immo, but then basically those IS-7s, the fact that they didn't pull back but pushed forwards, made all the difference here. Base C has been stolen. They're not going to survive against this many guns. Shrax. There goes Kaniotsu. It's just Shrax now. And the second game will be for Loka. And there he goes, with a flying turret and a new hat for Yaziotastic. So there we go, the second game. It's now 1-1. And anything can still happen. Oh, I find it funny when people comment on my camera work. I choose the bird's eye view for a reason. Because the thing is, I find that it's more useful to give the bird's eye view. Because overall, that shows you more of what's going on. I don't like sticking to specific players or being very close to players. But if you do not like my camera work, no one is forcing you to watch the stream though. So you can easily just go to a different streamer. But yeah. Too late. Sorry, Jim. People that are entering now, you're too late. Well, you hear this in 5 minutes, but still. There will be another giveaway for the next matchup. At the same time, someone is saying that they're going to save the world for me. That's interesting. Zero, you did not get in. Your guess is too late either. The moment that I say stop guessing now, then everything after that is not in. But yeah, here we go. The third match. Immo heading towards base D. With Kaniotsu going for one of the bunkers. Fantastic. Going for a spotty round of his own. They're not spotting each other yet though. Interesting position that Kaniotsu is in. First damage has been done, and that keeps him spotted for 20 seconds. Keep that in mind when you see the LT shoot people. That on its own can be a big game changer. Base C has been taken. Base D hasn't though. Oof! Big hits into Krugiel there. It is a tricky position to be in for sure. But that's probably not what they expected. Base D is being kept, but there's about a tank's worth of points between the two teams now in favor of Loka. Krugiel loses more HP. I don't think he wants to be there anymore. And he is pulling back. The position not quite working for him as it would for a TD. So let's see. It will be up to Imo to make a move here. Loka holding steadily. They know they have the advantage. They don't really need to do anything. Fantastic running around. Kaniotsu is still hiding in that position. Staying safe. Bigula now getting spotted and staying spotted for 20 seconds. Let's see. Imo is a little bit dug into the corner there. They seem a bit lost as to what to do now, or where to go. Nice bounce there by Bolwan. It's kind of fun to see the traces go up into the sky like that. But overall, that spotting thing, the new spotting mechanic, makes so much difference when it comes to tank movements. I've also understood that early on our U server, we had a game where there were 14 LTs. And now Bowen is spotted for 20 seconds again. Let's see. They kind of do need... This is like very still, mate. Kaniotsu is still not spotted. Neither is Strax. They're not really doing anything. They're just sitting there. Ayatastic now not quite chancing going into base B, even though he's not been spotted. Let's see. And right now, Loka is just content to wait. They're exchanging positions every now and again. Fantastic keeps running around. Going for that spotty. Shrax has now been spotted. So they know that there's someone there. And we have Kenny also going across the beach. Upo, Oppo, Upo. There we go. I will get there in the end. Now there's people firing at the back. Kenny also getting some shots in. Imo is pushing. But it's a very daring push and it's a very uncoordinated push, seems like. Because Loka is responding. But they're not finishing it off. I think they're hoping that people will overextend. Krugio gets shot more now. That's an ammo rack. Sibyltastic gets taken out by that. Fantastic. Almost gone as well. That's the second gun gone. Krugio and Kakalo still alive. There goes Kakalo though. And this is a bit iffy. I'm not sure that this is going to work out. They've lost 2 guns on each side now. Base B is being capped. Shrax is reloading. And I think that after that they want Anya. Anya now using the plane wisely. They've capped base B. They are capping base C. Oof, Shrax taking big hits there from the 60 TPs. And now Imo is down a gun. And we have Shrax who is not too healthy. bouncing some shots that are very vital here. There goes Unitastic. There goes Shrex. 3 versus 4. And it's close, this sort of stuff. Kenny Otts in the T22 makes it 3 versus 3. HP wise though, it is relatively close. Fantastic is running off. We have Anya now going into base B, knowing that basically they need those points. Big hit there into Begula. And they can't really afford to lose any more HP. They need to take out the tanks. Base D is being kept. There goes Anya. Begula is not going to survive another reload. And they kind of just need to focus on Fantastic here, because that's going to be the hardest one to take out. And Uppo is not looking too healthy either. Gets taken out. This is a game that seemed to be going all in favor of Immo. And then it didn't. T22 is a very strong tank though. They might still make it. Might. Ross moving in. But there we go. They win it on... We're out of time? That's a very long and slow game then. Wow, they won it on points. By surviving. This is kind of like, I will get caught in the action. And then it will literally just... not pay attention to the clock anymore. This is kind of like I missed this part of the stats. I do want to know how long the battle took and all of that. But yeah, the game is for Immo, as we literally ran out of battle time and they had more points. Wow. Not sure they counted on that part. But yeah. Wow. Okay. We're getting ready for the second match on Normandy. Immo now taking 3 IS7s, 3 60Ps and 1 Yo. Leaving the T22 behind. And they're going to go up against 4 60Ps, 2 IS7s and 1 LT. It is interesting to see it like this though. I mean, a match like that, it seemed to be all in Immo's favor, and then they seem to slowly lose it. But they did win it just based on time and points. And that was actually the third game, so I'm actually going to go back real quick to screenshot that. It can do it later, don't get me wrong. But I'd rather just make sure. Because damage-wise, that's a pretty good game as well. And here we go, into the fourth game. Wow, though. It's definitely an interesting game. It's kind of the game, like, the ammo rack, of course, didn't help. It was 900 ammo rack, so they would have taken, like, maybe 1 or 2 more shots to take him out, and that could make all the difference. But let's see. I need to pay more attention to the time, to be honest. I am looking at the points. Begula now going for an early cap for base C. Yaziotastic doing the same for base D. And base A now also being capped. First damage having been done to Mroz there. Loka seems to be pushing in already. Begula now will be the preferred target there. They're not getting away with it that easily though. Begula takes the hit. Base C is being stolen. Ross takes more hits. Loka playing it quite aggressive. Sorry for that, that's the camera derp. Loka playing it quite aggressively. But they're nicely dug in there and they've stolen the base. So that's also something to keep in mind. We have Ball-1 now moving in. Unitastic staying hidden there. Pegula, the preferred target. No, Krugil is massively getting shot. Fantastic doing exactly what Keniotsu was doing by getting behind them. Big hits into Upo. The focus fire isn't quite there on either side, but it makes sense because they're going for the targets that are closest and easiest. There goes Yasuo-tastic. Oof, that bounced though. Moros and Unitastic. Moros goes down. Unitastic doesn't quite get hugged to death. It was very close though. Shrek's not looking too healthy. There goes Unitastic. There goes Anyatastic. Immo grabbing hold of this battle here. Loka just being a bit too aggressive in their push. Or Immo just holding a little bit too well. However you want to look at it. Sybil takes the bounce there. Krugiel gets taken out. So does Kakalo. There goes Fantastic. Sybil gets taken out there. And it's just Fantastic that is left. Circling the building. But probably knowing Shrek's, even if he does get him, it's not going to be enough. Especially now that he's fired. He's staying against the building. And there he goes. And Kenny also nearly got a new hat there. So now that's potential match point for Immo. Immo looking incredibly strong this season with this team. Because this is like Immo with a 0. So it's not even their main clan. It's sort of a put together team. But they are doing fantastic. They're up for match point now. I really want to watch back that third match, to be honest. At least the ending. I might do that in between the matches because I want to just like the time stuff. 1 minute left. Well, we're going to Mayan Runes. And we see Loka getting 4 60Bs now together with 2 IS7s and 1 AMX 50B. And Immo taking 2 IS7s. Potentially 160, no, sorry, 3 IS7s, 1 LT, 2 mice and a yo. "42 seconds left before we go into the game." Beastnotch just arrived in the chat and said, "Shields for my boys." He's from Immo. But like, I know Immo is like a good clan. They've been consistently top 8 and everything. This is top 4. And they're holding their own very beautifully. And again, that's... It's... I always find it difficult to say these kind of things because I don't mean it that like they haven't had it before or anything. It just hasn't always come out. And to see a team perform like this strongly, it's just beautiful to watch. Also, I can't pronounce your nickname. Someone asked me what color my team will be for the Blitzmasters event. I do not know. It's not been announced yet. I can't say anything about that. Sorry. Immo heading towards the base A side. Loka doing the same thing though. Not entirely certain which way to go because there's buildings in the way to keep from giving people a proper view. Loka heading more towards base B here. Whereas Immo is going straight for base A. Where they might meet Moros, who is nicely sitting in the bush there. Kakalo does get spotted. Ball-1 does not though. That's interesting. So even though they're capping together, base B is being capped. But base A is kept faster. Okrutnik, well, one of them, Upo, taking a little bit of damage there. Base B has been kept. And now we see Kaniotsu moving into base C to grab that as well. And I think they want to make it look like he's on his own. Kakalo being a bit too forwards there. Anya Tastic in a position where he can pretty much easily shoot Kakalo. Anya Tastic taking a little bit of hit there. Unitastic now moving in. Landing a big hit into the mouse. Not all of Immo's shots are actually penning. They are focus firing Fantastic here a bit. The mouse doing what it does best, bounce a bit more, but he does get taken out quite quickly here. There goes Fantastic. Unitastic is the next in line. Even though they're not really the easiest targets to take down. Ball 1 gets taken out. Kakalo not looking too healthy. Might not make it to the next reload. Ooh, he does, if barely. He bounces though, but he does get taken out. Sebul missing that shot. Shrek's not looking too healthy. Lots of low HP targets. Shrek's gets taken out. It is 4 versus 4. Pigula not too healthy. Anya Tastic almost gone. Pigula goes first though. Anya Tastic takes him out. Sebul really wants... There's... Oh my god, it's just... He got half murdered by a turret again. Kakalo has taken out. It is a 3 versus 2. One of them is a mouse. Yazio. One shot now, but he does get another shot in. And is a pretty healthy Mroz. They have the bases though. If they survive, if he just runs off, they should have this. Immo should have this, and they will have the matchup. He doesn't need to stick around. He can just run away. Krugiel doesn't need to survive for them to win here. He is sticking close though, and that's a risk on its own. And there we go, they have it on points. Immo wins the matchup versus Loka. They've beaten EG, they've now beaten Loka. Wow. I do not know what color... Oh. I'll be sorry. It's not been announced yet. Because this person asked yesterday as well. So I can't really say. So just saying it in the chat, so hopefully they have an easier time understanding what I'm saying. So let's see, how did Serenity versus First go? That is still going. What time is the next match? In about 40 minutes. So that means I'm going to start some replays for you, and I'm going to have a look at who won the giveaway. And yes, there will be another giveaway. Just be patient. Also, let's see. If you're in a team and you are appearing in the chat, please do not spoiler. I mean, by now, people will know what your team did, so it's fine. But I'm always worried when people are just entering the chat and they see you typing, they're going to assume that you've won. Anyhow, like I said, let's start a replay for you. Got some nice new ones for you. Let's go with this one first. Hopefully finality isn't as toxic in this one as it was in the other replay. So while I'm telling you watch that, I'm going to have a quick look at who win the giveaway. I can't believe they won that game though. I need to look that back up, but I will do that after I've done the battle pass stuff. Because then I can more easily just focus on that. And yes, just what Frank said, please keep the politics out of it. I have my own thoughts on things, but it is not the place and time to go into that sort of stuff. This is a tanking game. So the end score is 15,685. Just going to make sure that that is indeed what it is. Because I don't trust my brain, so I only trust my calculator. Yes, 15,685. So now I just need to sort through the messages and get the entries out. And then see who's won. This also means that I'm not actually watching the replay that I'm showing you, so I'm hoping it's good quality. Some very low guesses here and there. And again, some same guesses. So again, like I said, just always choose unique numbers, because the one that guesses it first will get it. Oh, that doesn't belong there, that belongs there. Some pretty close guesses as well, I like that. Let's see, there we go. I also like, by the way, like what you can see when you do these kind of guessing games is who they think is going to win. And it kind of shows that in this case, most people actually expected Immortal to lose this. But that's also saying a lot about Loka. Because Loka is like a renowned name. They are very epic. They have been around for many seasons. And they've done really beautifully throughout the seasons. So yeah, this is actually, I quite like it. It's a bit of an upset in a positive way. Let's see. Lots of guesses around the 12,500 mark. Let's see. And like I said before, if you've already won, you can always enter for a friend. But there's a lot of entries here. Also, someone asked if this is NA or EU. I am currently streaming EU. I will be streaming NA later. The passes, however, are global. Hope the game is interesting for you. Also, I'm curious, how did people decide the name that you've gone for, basically, in the game? I'm not sure if this counts as a guess, but someone guessed 586 million. Pretty sure that they will not do that amount of damage, but technically it's an entry, so yeah. But I'm fairly certain that you've not won. That's a lot of guesses, not gonna lie. Now I just need to get to count if I've got the right amount of guesses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, counting for beginners, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, that one didn't count, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31 it is. Let's see if I got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, counting for beginners, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Oh yeah, there's the one. Yeah, okay, 32. That's right. Nice little carry here by Daniel. Going to start another one for you while I'll sort things. You can't participate on the previous giveaway, no, because now you already know what the damage score is. So that wouldn't be fair, would it? So there's some guesses that are very, very close. I'm gonna use my trusty calculator. So we got one at 205 points. We've got at 1 and 150 points. There's one that's only like 125. Like, these are close. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's basically this one is 1,000 points away. I think that we have the 5 winners. Yeah, okay. So I've got my 5 winners. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. I'm always sort of like ordering stuff to make it easier for myself. So the winners of the first Battle Pass giveaway are the Anonymizer Henry Green, Nar2, Captain Zack, and D. Dillon J1904. So those are the first 5 giveaway winners, or the first 5 winners for the giveaway for the March Battle Pass. As said before in previous streams, please do note that basically the Battle Pass will come March 2nd or 3rd. If you haven't gotten it by March 4th, then by all means message me and tell me I haven't gotten it. But until then, please just be patient. And after this game, I will have a look at who is going to go through and what matchup we have next, and then make you guess for one of those. Lots of people entering though. Though to be fair, the guy that guessed 586 million guessed pretty high. Big Brazza is talking about my playing. I'm not playing, I'm showing you replays. I usually play on my iPad, and that performs a lot better than this does. He is playing this quite beautifully, not gonna lie. So far still full health, bounce is not a shot. And that the only reason that he bounced that is because he actually exited sniper mode there. The thing is with the E100, it's a nice tank, it's a good tank. But it does get shot in the face quite easily. So basically the guessing game, what you do is you guess the damage that one of the teams does. And you can win a March Battle Pass. But I will announce the next one soon. That is a bit too impatient there. And that was just a tracking shot. RNG seems to have left him. Two versus 3 now. Technically speaking, you should still have this. There we go, that was needed. That was needed as well. Waffle just 5, so that's good. I hate playing on PC. I can technically do it, but it's not fun to watch me play on PC. So I would not. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of the waffle, or it should be. No, he's actually leaving it to him. That's really nice of him. Good morning, dwarf. And hello everyone that's watching, obviously. Very nice game, this. So let's have a look at how the other matchup went, if we know yet. So it is... Is this still going? No, Serenity won that. So we have First versus Loka next. So that's going to be interesting. So that must have been so close. So 4-3 is a nice tiebreaker. So we still have about 20 minutes left before that starts. I'm gonna show one more replay and then I will start the next giveaway. Evening here in Europe. Oh, Molendijk. I will fangirl like... Yeah, I've been fangirling every time I see this map. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing, But I do really love it. It's so pretty. And just the level of detail in it is awesome. Let's see. T22 going off on his own. That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, because the enemy team also only has one med. There's so many hills. Like, this is a lot less flat than the actual Netherlands. But overall, it's a really lovely map, this. T22 is capping. Someone's just rang my doorbell, but I'm not going to answer that because A, I'm streaming, and B, I never answer the doorbell when it's dark. Not sure what he's doing. There's buildings there. You can't really shoot anyone here. Oh, never mind, you can. When they're like that. Big hit in the bum. I have a really loud doorbell. And I get that it's supposed to sort of like call your attention. But I'm not a big fan of it. .60TP got taken out. T22 got taken out as well. They're not spotted. This is like... I don't mind Death Stars, but I'm not a fan of Death Stars that are camping the whole time. Oof. That was more luck than anything else, to be honest. That went in and didn't get absorbed. But like, all the TDs are just sitting together. And now he's gotten spotted. Oh, that is juicy. That didn't work out as intended though, but he does get murdered. But basically this is what I generally have against the 183. Four v 4. I think I'm gonna let you guess the damage that Loka does this time. B3v3. Oof! Well done. There we go. They are working well together, these two Death Stars. We know he's at sea. But thank Darth Maul for telling us, speaking of Star Wars names. Nice. Cheeky game overall. Pretty campy, but it worked out. We do need more details here, to be honest. 6.4k damage. I just want to know what everyone's XP is. Damage doesn't share much, to be honest. I also like how it says that I have standard account when I've got so much premium time left on this press account. But yeah. Let's see. Guess the damage Loka does versus first. So let's start with that one. Start guessing, and as per usual, I will post after the second battle has ended for me. So that's like 5 minutes before you see the second battle end. Then I will say stop guessing. So yeah, we still have about 20 minutes left. 10? 10 or 20? 15 actually. Okay, so we get the room invite in about 10 minutes. Let's start another replay, shall we? Rooting for you, Jim. Seeing as you missed the first one. I like how mechanics is the first one to enter both times, and it's pretty much making a guess that is either it was exactly mine the last time. Now it's very close to my example. And as per usual, if you've won before, feel free to enter for a friend. I'm not going to check if your YouTube name is the same as the name you're entering. It's consistent with your in-game name, I mean. But do make sure that you can only enter once per giveaway. This is a tank that is so underappreciated. I don't really play this much at all. Not really liking it much at all either. Chinese voices do sound pretty funny though. I have no idea what they're actually saying. It's got some nice assisted damage there. From what I understand, by the way, Blue Steel had massive ping issues this game. That, you shot the bin before it. Death Star being upset. Mind that the Death Star is like camping at the back. And he's getting upset with his team. GG. I've only been on Mono deck like 2 or 3 times now. But I do really love it. Like for the Blitz Masters event, they're of course preparing like stuff beforehand, like little intro videos and stuff, and we had to post what map we like best. And of course I entered Modern deck, even though I'm not entirely certain that they can use that because it wasn't in the game yet when they asked. But I'll take it anyway because it's such a beautiful map. This is again one of those games where he's actually being focused, but like he's just in this spot and it works for him, so he doesn't need to change that spot. And that's something like, if you have a spot that works for you, you don't need to change it. At the same time, don't camp the whole game or anything like that, but you don't really need to change positions a lot. They kind of just need to get some kills in. He's not AFK. There we go. They've got 2 bases now. Points wise, they should win this. Assuming they're not going to lose many more people. I can't believe that Sheridan is still alive though. That is interesting on its own. And there goes the Death Star. No, Loka's already been against Imor. Is he going to die? Yeah, I don't think so. There we go. Beautiful. Nice carry. Like, works really well in that position, obviously. You just need to be a bit careful, not to overextend too much. So, in about 5 minutes, I think. Let's see. Yeah. The room will be up 4 minutes. So, I'm not going to show you another replay. We're just going to wait for it. I did post versus first, right? Yeah, I have. Guess the damage Loka does in the third game versus first. Ah, lucky. I'm not that lucky. That's my press account. Basically, it's got unlimited resources and I can tell Wargaming to add more resources whenever. It's not my account though. It's basically meant for stuff like this or to make videos on tanks that are coming or new lines and stuff like that. Because they kind of expect you to not have all of that on your main account. But it is not my account. They can take it away whenever they want. So let's see. Now we just wait basically. We've already gone over the story yesterday. I am curious to see what's going to happen on NA server tonight as well. But yeah, like I said, this is my last EU stream for this season. Tomorrow you can look at Jack's stream, Wild One's Helper. And then on Friday it's on the official channel. But I will be following NA all days. Please don't spam the chat with random emojis. And basically these kind of songs that get stuck in your head when you've listened to them enough. And when I stream this many streams in this short time and I have the music on, because like when I'm playing or streaming just like random stuff for me and playing and stuff, then I just have no sound on as background. You also don't hear game sounds because basically Elgato doesn't let me without updating everything on my laptop, and I haven't done that yet. And I just end up singing to what music I'm listening to, so then people hear that instead. Which my mum finds really weird that I do that. But I like it. Also, don't forget to actually enter damage guess. Just posting an in-game name and server is not going to cut it. You have to add a damage guess to that. But yeah. I also need to look at what tanks my press account is missing, and I need to look at what tanks my NA press account is missing and give Wargaming a list basically so they can add them to those accounts as well. Because like my NA press account is really lacking. Don't think I've got like 3k gold left there. I miss a whole lot of tanks, haven't gotten a lot of grindable tanks either. It's like, it's fine, but because I don't play there very often. But when I do play there, it would be nice to have it complete, or complete-ish at least. So let's see. Just about a minute left to go before we get another room. Hey Bowen, you played beautifully again today. Yes. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted. I can't type to save my life either. Room invite, please. Should be up any second now. And there we go. Just to repeat. You can have everyone enter from the team, by the way. Ah, and there we have Jack on the other side. Basically, this was the last time that you have separate matches before, and that's why I'm still streaming. But tomorrow, there's only one match happening at a time. So that's why I'm not streaming anymore. Fujit is there, he's not streaming, but he is spectating. He is co-commentating with Jack. Because if we can, we do try to not have too many streams at the same time. Again, NA is a bit of an exception there because of multiple reasons. All of first is already there. That's what I've been meaning to ask. What on earth does Okrutnik, I'm probably pronouncing it all wrong, don't get me wrong, stand for? Also, by the way, if you make a new guest, be sure to delete your old guest. Because if I find your name there twice, then you're disqualified. And just to repeat, repeat your entries. But yeah. Two minutes and 40 seconds. Both teams are now at least have a full team present. And they just need to decide on what tanks they're going to take to Rockfield. We see a Yege happening. That would be interesting. Both teams not quite ready yet though. Loka go for a pretty standard lineup. 3 60Ps, 2 Yos, 2 IS7s. And on the other side, first isn't quite ready yet. Ah, the Jaeger has been taken out. Would have been fun though. They still have just over a minute to finish readying up. Pretty sure I'm going to murder their names as well. Ollivander, at least I know. We've got more Harry Potter names these days. Also, I'm a big fan of Harry Potter. I'm not a fan of the writer. Because of her beliefs and everything. Just stating that clearly. "28 seconds left to go. First now resorting to the meta lineup as well, with 3 60TPs, 2 i7s and 2 LTs. And here we go. Countdown clock has begun. Pretty much like I'm not saying really anything interesting because I don't really have anything interesting to say. And here we go. The first match of this matchup. Let's go. First, focusing a bit towards the middle and base C. Loka focusing towards pretty much a little bit middle-ish, but mainly A. We have I come back anytime, capping the base. Being able to do that pretty safely. Unitastic spots 2 IS7s there. He's not going to be able to decap both of them. He does take more damage than he dishes out there. Ross has been hit a little bit as well. I can come back anytime, taking quite a bit of damage there. But base B is also for first. Unitastic. Not looking too healthy, but with that basically shooting the crossfire that was there, first has lost quite a bit of HP. And Russian name has just been taken out. Unitastic is almost gone though. He's not going to be long for this world like this. Lannister taking some hits. I can come back anytime. Staying where he's at. Basically they're sort of like forcing Loka into a bit of a tight bunch there. And now I can come back anytime is moving. Nice bounce there by Asiotastic. And they are stealing base B. Unitastic gets taken out though. But they are likely to get that base. Oof! That was an instant deletion of the light tank there. So now basically 2 tanks are gone from first side. Ross is pretty much on his own there though. But potentially might be bait. He's in a tricky position. Does still get a shot in though. Fantastic moving in. Oof. Like Psycho. Ollivander not looking too healthy either. And now we have... There goes Like Psycho. Ollivander got taken out as well. It is 6 versus 3. Fairly certain that this is Loka's game. Even though they're not really looking all too healthy either. HP wise they've got like triple what First now has. And just the gun advantage is massive. Alina Grey gets taken out. It's just Lanex and Lannister now. There goes Lannister and we hit 1k points. Lanex survives. And the first one is for Loka. And this is basically just them being... I don't know. First being quite aggressive and Loka punishing them for it. Or Loka being a bit patient. I'm not sure how to describe this one. But that is the first match up and over. And first is now ready with 2 LTs, 4 60 TPs and 1 IS7. Loka now ready with 3 60 TPs, 2 IS7s and 2 Yos. And in just under a minute we go to the second match on Rockfield in this best of 7. No real pressure just yet. First team to 4 victories is going to take home the victory basically. But whoever loses this is actually out of the tournament. So there is that. Serenity and Immo are going to dish it out against each other tomorrow. And then whoever loses that has to go against whoever wins this. And whoever wins that goes up against the winners of Serenity versus Immo. But that is happening tomorrow and Friday. 10 seconds left to go. Let's see. This camo, I really like that. Kind of got that glow to it. It's very pretty, very colorful. And let's go. First heading. Ooh, are they going to do a push? Looks like that. They do need 3 tanks for that though. But it does seem to work. LT now in a very interesting position. Gonna be interesting to see what he can do from there. And if he can decap or get lots of damage in. But it's potentially a very good position. Look how high he is. And he does shoot. And they know where they've gotten the shot from. And Unitastic is now spotted for a long, long time. So they also know who is there. That is an interesting position. Yasuo taking some hits there. And now also a spotting hit from Lannister at the back there. And that's another one there. That is a very interesting position. He did fire a blind shot now. And now we have base C being captured and we see the Yo's emeralds in the I7 respond. Lanex losing quite a bit of HP there. Getting tagged multiple times by the Yo. And now Loka is just moving in. On the other side we see first responding. No, not quite. They're still holding. Base C is being capped as well. Lannister has actually gone down now. Oof. That shot not going in. Base C being capped. We have Ross in a tricky position now, facing a lot of tanks on his own, now getting some help from the Yo. Lanix is actually the first one gone. And on the other side, Yasuo gets taken out. And Loka will have to hold. They have a tank disadvantage here. Oof, that was a pretty healthy ammo rack there. Loka getting some big free damage there with that ammo rack. But that's the thing, it is... There's a lot of... No, actually, I'm gonna focus that after the battle. They take out like Psycho. They've got 2 bases. They've got a 3 tank gun advantage. And now we have the LTs coming in, taking out Pepictastic. And Fantastic is sadly being eaten away, basically. But these are the only 2 tanks that are left. And that's not gonna last long. Lannister running away, I can come back anytime, has been taken out. And Lannister gets murdered. So that is the second game gone. Very clever gameplay. By Loka here, but also that push. That position where the LT was in. That's a very interesting position. I think that's the first push we've seen this season. It's also time to stop the giveaway. So that's the second giveaway that's now ended. And I'll have a look after the battle results, of course, what the score is. And after the match is over, I will look at who's winning. Also, like, if you can't say anything nice, then you can just, like, never say anything again on my channel. Luckily, Dwarf thinks about that exactly the same thing that I do. He's been double hidden now. 40 seconds left to go before we go to the third match of this matchup. First is now taking 4 60 TPs, 1 Yo and 2 LTs versus 4 60 TPs, 1 IS7 and 2 LTs. Ten seconds left to go. And then we'll see. We're going to go to Black Goldfield now. Different map. Not sure why you hit Iron Bullet there though, Dwarf. And that's actually the second battle, so it doesn't count anyway. Third battle is only just beginning. But yeah, Iron Bullet can be unhidden. The third battle hadn't even begun yet, so it's fine. So let's go. We see some mid-action being taken. Lannister spotting people early on and getting a hit into Yazio-tastic. Pepik-tastic also taking a hit there. The LTs definitely are, well, I can't say they're money's worth because they're grindable, but you get what I mean. Base B is being taken. Loka seems a bit at a loss here. Fantastic. Might have some issues here. Because I can come back anytime is there now, but so is the Yo. And Finn gets hit as he crosses over. And he's got the long spot on him, so that's that as well. Base A is being taken, but so is base C. Loka moving forwards quite aggressively here. Might this be an early push of sorts? Not entirely certain. Fantastic is not looking too healthy. Oof! Massive hit into Lannister there. Base B now being stolen. But they are losing HP for it. But says I can come back anytime. Ollivander now moving in. HP is dropping quite fast here, but this might have been a trap at base B. Lure them in. Yazio-tastic gets taken out. Unitastic and Eniatastic are in trouble. Unitastic almost gone. And he's not going to survive another reload. And that would put Loka at a 2-gun disadvantage here. Oof, that bounce on the bomb though. By Lay next. Loka is 3 guns down now. Fantastic, not looking too healthy. Pepictastic being focused on. There goes Fantastic, but also I can come back anytime. Base B is being stolen back. Pepictastic is not going to survive enough too long to reload and shoot again. So now it's just Fantastic and Ross that are there. Oof. Big hits into Fantastic there. Not much they can do. And basically... There you go. He had no choice. Staying there would have also killed him. Ross gets another shot in, but that's going to be the end of him. And the third match is for first. So that is the match that it's all about. Pretty low score for Loka, that is. Definitely an interesting match. Going to have a look at it after the matchup, of course. One minute and 20 seconds left before we go into the fourth match of this best of 7. No real pressure just yet. Anything can happen. First is biting back now. And they're ready for the next one with 4 60 TPs, 1 IS7 and 2 LTs. And on the other side we see Loka with 2 IS7s, potentially 2 Vickers, an LT, a 60 TP, another LT. Oh god, that's a lot of speed though. There you go, a bit more armor. 2 IS7s, 2 60 TPs, 2 LTs, and a Vickers. And that was interesting though, it kind of like Loka was ready for a certain tactic that they had in mind. And first just was like, nope, not happening. And then base B was the bait, they went there. And that was what first was counting on. A bit like shooting fish in a barrel. And here we go. Let's see. Honestly, I have no idea how to pronounce this name. The Boom Fetty Tank. I don't know. Here we go. First, going for an early spot with Lannister. But now we have Ross and the Vickers on the other side. He does get spotted himself there. And takes a little bit of a hit there. Base A being kept quickly by the LTs. And then they're going to hightail it out of there. Unitastic in a bit of a peculiar position there, quite forwards. And he might be in trouble for doing that. They haven't seen the 60p yet though. Alina Grey, however, is visible. He does take a big hit back though. But we have Lannister that is trying to shoot Unitastic. So that's not really a safe place. Oof, big hits there. Unitastic not looking too healthy here. And this seems to be definitely B. Loka's map. Pepictastic arriving. Exchanging shots. Not sure if he wasn't aiming at Psycho there, but hey. Basina being kept. Yazio taking a bit of a nosebleed. Oof. Unitastic still alive, but only with 33 HP. He's not going to be alive for long. He does get another hit in. But there he goes. He's the first tank gone. Alina Grey not looking too healthy either. And basically now Yazio-tastic got taken out. First, Alina Grey has been taken out. There goes Pepitex, there goes like Psycho. People are dropping left and right. But all in all, it feels like the focus fire from... Dear God, camera derp. The focus fire from first is very much on point. And that's going to be the end of Anya-tastic. It is 5 versus 3. But look at how healthy the tanks from first are. We've got 2 LTs going to take big hits there. There goes Mroz. It's just these LTs. Fantastic gets taken out. Fantastic is not going to be long behind. Because let's face it is a light tank. And he gets... There he goes. And the match is for first. And now things are even Stevens again. Very nicely done. All in all, first is really biting back now. Either that or this wasn't Loka's map. But I do love when it's even Stevens and it's going up steadily. It is a best of 7, anything can still happen. There's a lot riding on it for both these teams. Because basically also, like, the monetary prizes are for the top 3. So there's that as well. But now we are moving on to Faust, which is, aside from Modendijk, my favorite map. Not necessarily handy and easy to spectate in because of all the height differences where the camera can really jump you up all of a sudden. But I am very curious to see how this is going to go. Loka almost ready with 4 60TPs, 1 IS7, potentially another 60TP. There you go, that's 5 60TPs. And Mroz in the figures. First not yet ready. But they've still got some seconds left. And they're going to go with 3 60TPs, 1 Yo, 2 LTs, and potentially a Chiefs and MK6. That's an interesting choice. No, it's a 60TP. We've seen it a few times where people are readying up in like tanks and you're like, huh, really? And then, no, really not. So yeah. Here we go. First match on Faust. And let's see. This is a nice camo as well. Looks really cool. To be fair, most of the new graphics and the new camos look really nice. First, heading towards their spawnish base C, up the ramps. Loka doing the same on the other side. We see some spotting happening. Base A is being neglected by Loka, but we have first Lannister who's there. But he has to be careful because we have a Yo there and they are moving back there. Alina Grey gets spotted. But maybe that was the intention, just a spotty spot there. I can come back anytime is joining Lannister. That's a blind shot into the bush. And now Mroz is staying there, but he is ready to run. Base A is being kept. Lines of fire happening. And he's going back to the bush that he was at before. Base A has been left. I think they're hoping to get some easy shots on the LTs. Unitestic gets spotted. And now they're both running off. And at the same time we see the rest of First pushing on the other side. And it seems to have been a bit of a bait thing at base A. The 60 TPs basically facing off against each other. We see lines of fire. Oof, big hits into Fantastic there. Pepictastic heading towards the other ramp, where he would be facing off against Alina Grey. Oof, Lannister getting absolutely hammered on the other side. Base B is being kept. First now has that. Ollivander taking big hits, but Fantastic gets taken out. Lannister has also been taken out. These bases are all being stolen though, and that's going to put the pressure on. There goes Ollivander. The Yo gets some hits in, but now he's being set upon. Fantastic gets taken out. There goes Pepictastic. And the Yo survives to reload. Does get another shot in. Oh! That low roll. And now Moroz is a one shot. They can't really afford this. They need to keep Moroz alive. It is 4 versus 4. But there's 3 bases. Oof. 4 versus 3. But there's 3 bases in first possession. And that's a big advantage for First as well. As long as they have tanks that survive, then they should have this. And I can come back anytime. He just stays out of sight as long as he can. Anya and Lenex have both been taken out, but it's 2 versus 3. With 3 bases for First. Yaziotastic is now the only one left. That bounce won't have helped him. And with 974 points, he basically just stands there, sort of gives up. And there we go. He does get blown up, but that's when they've already hit 1k points. Loka seems to be deflating a little bit. Can't really call it anything else. Either that or basically First is rising. I haven't seen the first matchup from First though, so I can't really judge based on that. But Loka is not looking their strongest today. And now First is up for potential match point. If they win this next match, then Loka is effectively out of the tournament. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go. First now getting ready with 2 AMX 50Bs, 1 Yo, 1 A3. Nah, they're not gonna stick with it, are they? A 1 A3 and a Chieftain? Would be very surprised if they did. On the other side, however, we see Loka going for 3 IS7s and 4 60TPs. And there we go, the 1A3 is gone on the other side. They really like trolling us, don't they? There we go. That's more like it. 28 seconds left to go and we see 5 60TPs and 2 LTs. The LTs are really working for them. Potentially the last match of the evening now. Let's see. So many 60Bs all around this season. This is basically the meta. These are the 3 tanks that you see repeatedly. And first just has to win this one to at least reach the top 3. Whereas Loka has to win 2 in a row in order to do that. And they've lost the last one, like, it was chaotic. Base A now being kept. First again going for the caps. Not going for base D though. First shots are being taken. No damage has been done yet. Unitesting being very forward again. And he might actually go and steal the base from under their noses. Which seems to be exactly what he's doing. He does take a big hit. This is what I mean with the camera derp. It basically, if you're below here and you want to go below there, now he doesn't, but sometimes he can just shoot you. Unitestic, staying where he is, taking that hit. He does take another hit though. And now we have Loka pushing a little bit, but not really pushing. We have the LTs at the back there. A little bit of damage being done here to Alina Grey. But Unitastic is in a bit of a pickle there. The LT takes a big hit. Impronounceable nickname with no longer Boom Fetty tank is now chasing Unitastic. And there he goes. That's the first gun gone. And a big advantage for first. But there goes, I can come back anytime as well. Base B is being kept. And now first is moving in. Big hit. Nice double shot there as well. Lanex is being focused on, as is like Psycho. Oof, there goes Fantastic. That's 2 guns gone from Loka. They can't really afford to lose any more guns. There goes like Psycho. There goes Lanex. Now all of a sudden Loka has the gun advantage, but Enyatastic is in trouble. In a tricky position there. Oof, he manages to survive that one. But now it is 4 versus 3. 2 versus 4. For Loka. And technically speaking, they should have this. Big hit into Lannister. But he survives to live another round. And there he goes. Lannister gets murdered. Had he just run away, well, technically speaking, it's not likely because they would have gotten around in time. Fantastic literally drops into the base. There goes Pepictastic. But Ollivander is not going to win this on his own. There's stuff being said in Russian. No deal was said there because I can't speak Russian. He gets another shot in. But it's not going to be enough to save the game. And there he goes. Loka wins the game here. And isn't out just yet. Also, fun fact, I just saw Search for Spock say, "Luke, I am your father, Darth." But it's actually interesting to know that he doesn't actually say Luke. He says, "I am your father." Just my nerd moment for Spock there. So yeah, 1 minute and 15 seconds left to go before we go into the tiebreaker on Yukon. And these two teams have both been amazing so far. Good to see Loka get back again. Very curious to see who this. Basically, I can't say who's going to win this. It will depend mostly on the focus fight. There have been times that both of these teams seem to have just been caught unawares this matchup. "43 seconds left to go. We see first now ready with 4 60TPs, 2 IS7s and 1 LT versus 2 IS7s, 3 60TPs, a Yo and a Vickers. I've sometimes met Ross in a Vickers in game and it's not been pretty, at least not for my team if he's on the Reds, let's put it that way. This will be the last battle on this evening. And here we go. Let's see. Who is going to go through? Who is going home? This sort of stuff though, like, I always know that people have to be knocked out for there to be a winner at some point. But at the same time, it always kind of makes me sad. Because they all deserve to win, in my opinion. Almost always in any case. First, focusing on the base C side. Loka going towards base D, neglecting base B altogether. That's interesting on its own. And first is mainly just moving through the middle. They are going to spot one another. Unitastic again, taking front line here. First shots have been fired. Unitastic and Lanex get the first blood in. Lots of bounces happening though. And we have Lannister arriving at the back. That can create some mayhem. Lanex losing a little bit. Oof. I do need a new... I need a desktop or something. Loka now pushing into the middle here. Going after Ollivander and his mate. Now they're going to go after Lanex. Surftastic has been taken out. Pepictastic not looking too healthy. Pepictastic gets taken out. Lanex only now goes down. Alina Grey, very low on HP but still alive. Gets taken out, but does set Ross on fire. Ross gets fired down basically. Burnt down. Ollivander now. Loka has lost 3 tanks. And that is a low roll. Basically he lets him get another shot in. Aniatastic. Not looking too healthy either. Lannister. They want to block that shot. They do block that shot. But is it going to be enough? Aniatastic gets taken out, but so does Lannister. It is 2 versus 3. There's just too many guns. I think it's safe to say that first is going to go through. Way too many guns. And now it's just fantastic. And first wins this, and Loka is out. Which basically means that in the top 3, we have like all kinds of new teams there. It's been fantastic though. What tournament this has been. So much upset. First is through. Fantastic games though. And very well played by both of them. I mean, it's a tiebreaker. You can't wish for more than that. But both these teams seem to have just lost a little bit of some of the matches. But first, definitely, like, they played really, really well here. Wow. Basically, like, I sound dejected, and in a way, I am a little bit, and that's more to say because I'm just surprised, shocked, I'm not sure what to call it. Like, pretty much all the big favorites have been taken out. Not to say that first Imo and Serenity don't deserve to be here. They definitely do. They've been amazing. But it's just like, all of the known names, the really experienced teams and everything, they're gone. And that's something, special is not the right word, but that's peculiar. So yeah. I'm going to start a replay for you, and then I'm going to look at the results of the second Battle Pass giveaway. Let's see. Also, why do people have to be a-holes and spoil things in the chat? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go look at the giveaway stuff, like I said, while you can watch replays. I have a feeling that it's going to be another one of those. Whoever guessed lowest, because it's an interesting score, but it's not a score you expect. Because that was one of the matches where Loka just seemed lost. So the score is 10,334. So now I'm going to look at all the guesses. Let's have a look. It's quite a few guesses again. I like that. Even copy pasting is not quite working as expected. Also, you can tell by the entries that have been given is that people expected Loka to win this battle. Let's see. I have no idea what you're seeing, by the way. Hope it's a good game. That's also why I would love to have just multiple screens. Also, I just want to point out that for this giveaway, there have been 3 people getting the same amount of damage. Don't do that. Just make unique numbers. Don't do round numbers. It's gonna be, I think that's going to be my pet peeve for the giveaways that I do. At the same time, I really like doing these kind of giveaways and giving people free stuff in the name of wargaming. Like in this case, we already have... there we go. There's a few people that have guessed 16,500. I mean, it's way off, so it's not really an issue. But still. And that's the first replay over. I'm going to need another one. because I'm still copying entries. Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those lowest guesses win. Let's see, what else have I got for you? Also saving some for the N8 tonight. Oh, there's the welcome spammer again, I see. Also, with regards to people that come into the chat and literally spoil what's going to happen, I have no patience with them. And I happily just hide them from my channel, which means that I can't ever enter again. Like, even Bowen expected Loka to win that one, judging by his damage guess. And then when I get to the end, I need to see if I've got the right amount of guesses, so there's that as well. Like, I've got multiple guesses for 3 different schools now. Honestly, be a bit more creative. A lot of entries again, which is like, it's great, don't get me wrong. But it does mean it takes me a little bit more time to look at all of it. 1, 2, 3, counting for beginners. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think I forgot. No, I got that one. Wow, I managed to lose count. GG me. Going to start on the other side now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. That's a lot. I think that's the most we've had so far with these kind of things. So we're not there yet, which means you get another replay. Just because I can. No, the winners haven't been announced yet. I'm looking at that. Counting is hard, you know. Oh god. I need to not get distracted by the chat and stuff that is going on there. Because I missed people. Two, he's there. Kind of thing is that with this sort of thing you might as well start over, which is equally annoying. Because the thing is, I try to do the right thing and make it right, but it's difficult when stuff is not really working out as you intended. So I'm just combing through the chat again. And you're just going to have to be patient a while longer. Also because people keep posting it in different formats. Like, I specifically asked to post your in-game name, your server, and then your damage guess. So I have people doing that. I have also people starting with their server and then the in-game name and then their damage guess, and people starting with their guess and then their in-game name and then their server. Which just all makes it a lot harder to read. Because if you see a specific format, it's a lot easier to follow. Also, like I said, like if you have multiple of the same guesses, I'm gonna go with the guess that was guessed the first. And some people are listening, don't get me wrong. There's quite a few that follow the format that I want them to follow. I can't believe how much of a difficulty I'm having with literally just people posting scores and my having to look at them and order them and just not miss any of them. I blame my brain or lack thereof. I think I showed this one already, didn't I? The AMX one. Yeah, I did. Oh well. I sound a little bit tired. I am a little bit tired. Thing is that it's been a busy day other than streams, which has not helped with preparing for streams and everything. And I have an A later on today, which I'm actually really looking forward to, but I am going to need to take a nap between now and then. I'll get there eventually, by the way, with this stuff. Also, I think we had someone enter twice, so that's a disqualification. You're nowhere near the winning score though, so honestly it doesn't really matter. But basically, if you want to edit your score, you can. You actually entered the same thing, but just like different format. I don't get it. But yeah, if you want to edit your score for future giveaways, be sure to just edit your message. Or at least not edit your message. Delete your previous message and then post your new one. Do 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 do. It's taking forever and I'm sorry guys. I'm tired too. Let's see. There's another one. Also, there's a lot of chat, and I'm never deleting the chat from the Word file that I'm using to collect this data, because I don't want to actually accidentally miss someone. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. There we go, finally. Okay, so that replay is over. I'm not going to start another one for you because now it's a simple, haha. Nothing is simple for me today. But yeah, again, it's one of those, the lowest 5 scores win. So that in this case means that A Crisis is the winner. Then we have Noob Gaming, Henchman 007, General TB Strange, and Monstro de Acero 07 that win this round. So congratulations to everyone. Basically, I'm just gonna repeat. For you, I'm going to repeat all the winners tonight. Let's see, there we go. So we have the anonymizer Henry Green, Nar2, Captain Zach, I should say, D Dylan J 1904. Those were the winners from the first round, and from this round we have A Crisis, Noob Gaming, Henchman 007, General TB Strange, and Monstro de Acero 07. So massive congratulations to all the winners. As said before, it's a March Battle Pass, which means that you will get it on March 2nd or March 3rd. So please just be patient. If you haven't gotten anything by March 4th, then by all means message me. I will be handing Wargaming the names once all the tournaments are over, so that's this weekend. So that should be plenty of time beforehand. And that is it really for tonight. I will be back later on to stream NA for you guys. And basically, thank you all for watching. Massive congratulations to First and Imol and Serenity. And massive commiserations to Loka, of course. And I will be back for NA later today. This was my last EU stream for this season. Tomorrow you can watch what happens at Wild Ones Helpers channel. And there will be Battle Pass giveaways there as well, of course. I will be back later with NA. But for me and for now, this is it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye!